Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about the one and only, you guessed it, Turbo. Ladies and gentlemen, right? We are almost at 109,000 followers, right? It was Valentine's Day. We can see Turbo brought the flowers, the chocolates, and the biggest heart in the game. Wishing you all a Valentine's Day filled with love, laughter, and a little meme magic. So shout out to Turbo, right? Shout out to Turbo. There is no new news, ladies and gentlemen, right? It was pretty much Friday night. We also know during the weekend there is most likely not going to be that much news. So, it's up to you guys if you want, the updates for micro moves, but the videos might be shorter because there just may, be less to talk about. Um, but yeah, everything is looking overall good with Turbo. Everything is looking like it's on track, right? We have had already so many updates just in February alone. And, probably by the end of the month, they're going to do a recap, right? When March 1st happens, they're going to do a recap of February. And we're going to look back at it. And once again, we are going to give Turbo the flowers it deserves. Um, you know, I'm just really grateful for this coin. I'm grateful for this project. I'm happy I came across it. I came across it, roughly when it was somewhere around 70 million market cap, which is, ladies and gentlemen, it's not that high. Let's see. It's not that high. It was somewhere here, right? It was somewhere here back in mid-May, right? It was somewhere here, and then it exploded, right? That's when we made our first video. I believe Turbo will be my first, 100x call. 'Cause I do believe we could hit definitely roughly, 6.5 to 7 billion, like minimum. Kind of, I feel like that would be kind of be, I feel like that'd be a flop for Turbo. I genuinely do. I might be a little delusional, but yeah, a couple billion market cap when it's gonna be peak hype, peak everything. Nah, I believe in it, right? I believe in it. Especially the structure is beyond beautiful, right? When we go to the structure, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that, for me at this current moment, right at this current moment, due to the 4-hour candle closes, we can see that we are creating lower highs. Now, there is one key difference at the moment, right? We are seeing a little bit more resistance, not that much selling pressure compared to the previous times. You can see when we did create a lower high here, we just sold off kind of heavy. And even over here, right here and here, in these zones, we did sell off, kind of fast and heavy. We have to see how things work out. I still believe, there's a decent chance that we go to 0.0031. You know, Personally, it does not really matter for me unless I'm going to take a leverage position because I only trade snipes, right? I am stubborn with certain price action. Sometimes, I'll miss trades because my stubbornness, but a lot of times I get rewarded for the patience, right? When we go to the weekly candles, ladies and gentlemen, we can see, I am telling you, last week candle was already very weak selling pressure and a very big rejection, right? These little gray lines that you see, they are the rejection, right? They are the rejection. And we see we had a little bit of buying pressure, rejection from last week, but mainly a lot more selling rejection, okay? Which means selling pressure is dying. And we can see, this candle, generally speaking, for this week was pretty slow. Nothing too crazy happened, but that is usually a sign of reversal, right? When the selling pressure is dying and we start going sideways, that is called accumulation. And ladies and gentlemen, that usually calls for a very, very nice reversal. So I'm really excited for next week. Next week, um, two things are going to happen. There's a chance, like I said, we go a little bit lower to here, right? Go down like this and then like this, or we just kind of go like this and like this. Either way, I'm super, super high on this coin. When we go to the monthly, right, we can see at the moment, it is obviously a little bit bearish. But, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. Here's the thing that no one's really talking about. Once we flip this, right, because I believe we will, based off just everywhere we're in the market, not even just turbo, but based off everywhere, we will most likely close somewhere like maybe 0.0047 or even higher. And the thing is, right, having a big selling rejection candle usually means huge, massive pumps over the next weeks and months. The best example I can give is with Bitcoin, right? When I go over here, right, when Bitcoin started to reverse early on, pretty much in 2023, we had a humongous sell rejection candle, right? Look at this. The selling pressure was there, and then then it wasn't, right? Then it turned into a nice big wick. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You guessed it, right? Boom, bang, right? Very, very nice bang. And then the same thing was here, right? Weak selling pressure, bang. Weak selling pressure. It wasn't really banging, but it was fundamentally going up until we did get a bang. Same thing here, right? We got the ETF news, it went up, then it slammed, and then we went down. But guess what? Very weak selling pressure. Then we actually flipped and we actually were a buying candle, right? We were a bullish candle. And then you can see we're still slow the next week, but then the week after that, we banged. Okay. So I am super, super hyped for this. I don't think, there's going to be any surprises in terms of, price action. I genuinely think things are going to be very, very bullish. We can see Bitcoin over the last 2 weeks has also been a lot slower. It's been building up a lot of support and resistance, which is also correlated with Turbo, right? We can see this is the type of drawing I believe that will happen, right? Something like this, where we go down to maybe 92 and a half, kind of go a little bit sideways and then a quick recovery the way we recovered very, very nicely on February the 3rd. Okay, so everything is still bullish. Higher time frame is still looking good. When we go to the altcoins, ladies and gentlemen, right, when we go to the altcoin index, we can see that we are also slowly starting to recover. Pretty much most of the charts are the same. I expect a little bit of pullback, maybe a little bit more sideways before we go up. This is obviously going to play a huge part in how Turbo does. Everything, in a way, is very, very correlated, especially something, once a coin is established, right? For me, Turbo is an established coin, regardless of what people say. For me, there's institutional money behind this, just in terms of the charts, the patterns, everything I see screams and yells institutional, and the volume as well, right? I know some people are still complaining about the volume, but you literally got to look with your eyes, right? You don't have to be an expert at this. We can literally see that this was a very, very slow week, and we still average 50 to 80 million of volume each day on the slowest of slow weeks. Guys, relax. Okay, relax. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fantastic. When things start hyping up again, when things start pumping, we're going to be back into those hundreds of millions in volume, and everything will be fine. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.